Good morning. That was the first night I slept in this bed and it was so comfy. And we slept, like, obviously after moving you would sleep, but we slept so calmly and just like a nice sleep. This morning we have started putting stuff into the wardrobes a little bit. Obviously they're going to be organized better once we have the sliding doors done on this. But for now we just keep it in the boxes and yeah, that'll work for the time being. It was so nice to wake up here. So nice to wake up here. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to have to clean up all the Natalie's office so we can set up Natalie's office. This is a priority so she can be ready for work when she's back in work. She has a few days off now, so it's okay. But still, we want to get it done fast. Kitchen is still a complete and utter chaos, but we're getting there little by little. And we're already made a little bit of a dent in this room. Like, we can actually get around the room a little bit more now, which we weren't able to do that this morning because it was just full. So yeah, we'll get there. So that's the beginning of the week. That's the beginning of our life in this house. And unfortunately for me, I won't be filming you a drive into the house this week because I'll be in here. And it's just a nice thing to wake up here, have a coffee, and then just get working straight away instead of having to travel. And now we're just eagerly want to get all this stuff in places. I still have a lot to do here, so I still need to do the kitchen cupboard doors and drawers. They need to be finished. There's a lot of work to be done. This door needs to be hung onto this sliding door system. But we want to get as much stuff out of here as possible because later on this week, on Thursday, I believe, we have a big sofa around here, big couch. Yeah, great start to the week. Okay, I'm working on the sliding door from our living room to the pantry. A few issues with it. First of all, I didn't have the right keys to tighten it. Jean-Pierre was already starting to take his tools away and I realized I didn't have them. But quick trip today. Auchan was one of our local supermarkets, which is the only supermarket that is open on Sundays. And they had a nice set of them and for €4, so that's problem solved. Now the door is a tiny bit too tall. First of all, the door was taller than it says. It says it's 204 centimeters and it was 204 centimeters and 4 millimeters. And that was too much. And then I got that off. I needed a little bit more taken off, so we'll see how it works now. But yeah, first day in the house going really well. Okay, it's been a long day again. It's getting late. Just kind of finishing up now. Still loads of stuff here, but we can see the floor more. Got the sliding door in. It's in now. It's the kind of frame system which is here that we need to install still for it, so it kind of snugs in very nicely. But yeah, that's the entrance to the pantry. Not bad at all. I like it. Very nice. So that's this. Cutting down the hole for the handle was a bit of a tricky one, but we got there. Then Natalie has done just an awesome job today setting up the bathroom for starters. I mean, this just looks amazing now. Just amazing. I still have to finish this, which is the plumbing. But that's gonna happen during the week. It's on the long list of things to do, but we'll tick them off one by one at a time. We got Natalie's office set up for the screens as well. there's still all the wiring has to be done and all that sort of stuff, so that's still ahead of us. But it's yeah, a good start. Houseplants. That's from our good friend Sarah. Bedroom is a bit of a chaos at the moment, but it is where we're going to be sleeping tonight, and I'm looking forward to it so much. There's the wardrobes. They still need to be the doors. We need to put in there. We should be able to get them this week, some stage, which is great because Jean-Pierre still has a van for a few more days. So if we can get them, that'll be absolutely brilliant for here, and then for the office as well, for here. So that would be just simply awesome. That would be these rooms pretty much completely ticked off, except the lights, which always have to be sorted out. But yeah, that's that. So that's our first full day here. Yeah, obviously there's still a lot of boxes around, and that's just the way it is. I mean, we can only do so much in such a short space of time, and there's still so many things in the house itself to do. So it's kind of balancing act of setting up the house while still working on the house. So, but I am very happy with the progress today, this weekend, and I'm just very, very happy to be here now. So there we go. Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day, and I'll be playing in the Barrel House tomorrow night, but in the morning we'll be working in the house. I think Natalie's mum is coming here to help us do a bit of cleaning of the windows and that kind of stuff, so that should be a good start to the Monday. Oh yeah, Chanel is coming. Let's see how this is gonna settle in here. Okay, today it is St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, even if you're probably watching this way after it. But and I'm playing in Macon in the Barrel House. Only thing is I woke up this morning and I'm head cold, but it's not the first time I've got 3 gigs through with a head cold. It'll be a recipe of paracetamol and beer. Anyway, I just finished the pantry door. Check it out. Here's the frame. And there's the door window. There we go. That's done. I'm happy with it. Also, Nat's mum and Nat both were cleaning houses here, and some of the windows have turned into what you call it 4K. It's looking amazing. Oh, Nat's office is coming along nicely. Still a bit of setup to be done here. And the view from the window is sparklingly clear. Like there's no glass at all. Amazing. Entertainers, often stupid and contagious. Here we are now. Entertainers, yeah. I do best, and for this gift I feel blessed. Okay, it is very late on St. Patrick's Day. I played in the Barrel House, which was great, even though that a bit of a head cold thing happening at the moment, but we got through it, and yeah, it's barrel house is always great fun to play. We're making an omelette in our own new kitchen first thing in the morning. That is a big pleasure. Mind you, it's still complete another chaos here, so boxes everywhere. I will get there. Right, getting some boxes emptied. You're gonna even see floor here a little bit now. The race is on because on Thursday, today's Tuesday, Thursday, we should be getting a delivery of our sofa, which is gonna be here. So we wanna get all this. Obviously these boxes are books, so they're gonna stay there until I get around to making bookshelves. Well, getting the material and then making the bookshelves. Getting around to making them is not the problem. The problem is getting the material in. Yeah, it's looking all right. Still a bit of a chaos, but you know, these are baby steps at a time. So today my priority is to make enough room here that I can then use the floor space or somewhere around here to fill in the kitchen cupboard doors. So basically what I mean by that is all the edges here I'm gonna put a wood filler, make them seamless. I know it's excessive, but I just want to make them look as nice as possible. So that's gonna be a bit of a job. And then I need somewhere to let them dry. It's still too cold outside for it to dry properly, so this is the next best option here. So, onwards and upwards.
Can you tell when the world turns upside down? Will you be? Help me turn it back around. It ain't easy. Looking at the same mistakes, will you squeeze? And we'll hide from the rain. We'll get a little plot of land somewhere down the country. We'll sit by the fire where men still are free. This ain't about the love you take, it's about the love you give. It ain't about us right.
Okay, we're back in Blarney. Pick up a few more things from the house, and then I need to pack up the caravan. Don't worry, the caravan is coming with me. It's just we need to empty it for the transport and bring all the gear over to the Belgium of the Goose. Guess who just arrived to a new home? What are you looking at? Where are you? Huh? Where are we? Wow. This is gonna take weeks to explore. Wow. Yeah, that's your new bedroom. Step on. She's got a lot of exploring to do now. It's weird because it's a new smell of a new house, but there's also a smell of the stuff that you used to, yeah. It's like it smells like home, but it's not home, and it's, what do we think of this? What's this place? Wow. What is this place? Wow. So many little places to explore, huh? So many places to explore. So we brought a lot of stuff here today again. So unfortunately Natalie's office is looking more like my storage room. I have to clean it up somehow and get it better. Well, anyway, most of this stuff will move into the caravan once it arrives here. We still haven't decided when it's coming, but we're waiting for Jean-Pierre to make a decision on that. Then the sound system probably goes in the garage. So yeah. And yeah, so unfortunately this floor space I made here earlier on today is it's not too bad, but still more cleaning to do tomorrow, organizing. And where's the little lady? Where's the little lady? Here's the little lady exploring. Are you exploring? Wow. Okay, building a box for the piping. And while I was doing it, I noticed there was a little bit of a humidity in this corner. Well, the wood was wet, a little bit wet, so it obviously soaked up some water. First worry was that because that outlet pipe there is the dishwasher, but then I thought about it, that the dishwasher, if there was a leak, there'd be a lot more water no matter what. There's no sign on the other side anyway. So what I'm thinking is, it's probably our shower that is just the water comes out of it and eventually goes this way. It's not a plumbing problem, it's more of a physical problem because this Italian shower base, I spray a little bit of water to the ground, which it did when I took a shower, so I think that's what it is. But I need to keep an eye on it. So that's, if it is, we just need to make some sort of ledge here and possibly install some sort of shower curtain, but we'll see. We'll see when we get that far. Apart from that, it is glorious day out there. Atlas mom is here helping us clean the windows, and they're nearly done. And yeah, Chanel had a very calm first night. She only woke us up at 6 a.m, which is normal time when she wakes up anyway, so seems to be very happy in the house. So Chanel, how are you settling into the new house? You alright here? Good morning from l'appartement de Kusri. Looks like it's going to be a glorious sunrise. Still chaos, but it's getting a bit better. Little by little stuff getting put into places. Chanel is settling in very, very, very well. Yeah, very well. Today, we're gonna clear the space here because today we're gonna be, we're gonna be getting a couch, a sofa, whichever you want to call it, whichever side of the Atlantic you are. And sorry, babes, cat crawling on my feet. And yesterday I set up the TV, and we had an issue because we are with Orange. We have very thick walls, so we have these TP-Link Deco pods. There's 3 different ones around the house, mesh network, that provides us internet, Wi-Fi everywhere, and it works excellently. But the problem was that the Orange, their TV box did not work. It doesn't let you use anything else than their own network or their own internet box and directly. And first of all, it's too far. Second of all, because it's in Natalie's office, because that's the priority where we need it. And but then I started thinking about it, that surely Apple TV has an option to download the Orange software. Sure enough, we found the app. So all our TV is denoted to the Apple TV, which is great. because that's just a great system. That's been Chanel's bedroom. She's been very happy there. We need to get some shelves there because we need to do some storage. It's going to be like a pantry for food and some of the kitchen stuff that we don't use all the time. So that's kind of urgent, so we can get rid of some of these boxes, and then we need also bookshelves. But we're getting somewhere, little by little. Good morning, dear. 1, 2, I can see 2, I think I can see 3. I'm not sure, because they're behind the trees as well. Nice. Okay, this morning I'm filling with wood filler the last bits of the doors, and then there's going to be quick sanding. I need to put a gawk in here. This side was going to be gawk all around, and quick sanding, and then we should be ready for start painting them. I'm in a bit of a rush to get this done. I want to get the kitchen functional. Yep, so I've got these to do, and then a few more down here. Sorry about the mess. New couch, huh? Do we like it? Do we like it? I think we're gonna like it. Okay, our first slow morning on the couch. Yesterday, I think the last thing I filmed was in the garage when I was doing the filling there. The doors, or the kitchen doors, with the wood filler, that's done. Yeah, I think we filled Chanel making friends with the new couch as well when it arrived. It arrived yesterday. It's a bit of a trick to get it in, but came in 2 parts. One of them was kind of heavy, the other one was really heavy. When me and Natalie were trying to lift it in, a neighbor just walked by and he just ran in to help us. So really nice, really nice. Then we ended up going to Macon, to Brico Depot, and a couple of furniture shops, and local Maryland. We were hoping to buy some bookshelves. This is an ongoing battle whether we make them ourselves or buy them, and we were just kind of like, get to the point you're fed up, you just want to get it done, and we tried to find some, but everything we found was really rubbish. I kind of feel like bookshelves are one of those things that less and less people have them less and less nowadays, because Kindles and all that sort of stuff. But like, we're old school book people, so we like physical books. So that's definitely something that we need to sort out. We didn't find anything that we were happy with, but we did get some storage for the pantry, and that was great because that's a good start to getting some of the food stuff and some of the kind of cooking stuff that you don't use every day out of the kitchen and into the pantry. That's kind of the idea. In the 2 places, and the kitchen won't be as cluttered. It'll still be full. I know it. It will be full, but that's the way it is. So today, I continue with the doors, kitchen doors. I'm going to put the gawk on them. Hopefully, that'll dry fast enough so I can then sand them, and then they're ready for painting. And there's a undercoat and then the color coat. We'll see how good the paint quality of the color coat is, because it's not the one we used for these walls, which was great. We also bought some stuff for finishing the table, but I still haven't got around to sanding it and sandblasting it, so we'll see if we get around to that. And then the next big thing is to get as much stuff out of here, and we need to sort the stuff out and put them in what goes into the storage in a garage and what stays in the house. So that we need to just go through box at a time, which is frustrating. But I already have quite a few empty boxes, so I can start bringing them out. So that's great. Yeah, So that's the plan for Friday. But first, I'll take my time with the coffee at least once, you know. Okay, busy morning. All the kitchen doors are sanded finally and caulked all around here. So they're pretty much ready for paint. The undercoat first go. Then on top of that, what else did I do? I started doing sandblasting one of these chairs. This one here. And to be honest with you, it's a tedious job. It's not as simple as, this is kind of manual sandblaster. So you need to put the hose, which is this thing, into buckets of stuff, and it doesn't just suck it up all the time. It kind of half the time works, half the time doesn't, and the stuff gets everywhere. So I'm kind of rethinking about this now. The sandblasting was originally, I wanted to do it for these chairs because they are just awkward shapes. They're not like, hard to get to with a sander. So you probably have to do it by hand, but I shall rethink that. Anyway, and then we need to do the legs on this thing, which was the other one, because they got there's some cracks that are hard to get to. Those I probably will do with the sandblaster anyway. That makes more sense than anything else. Yeah, after I get the doors done, I have to start working on the table again. We also got compost. There's actually 2 composts. The people who provide our bins and take our rubbish away, they had a deal on the website. This package is a one compost that holds 500 liters. So we got 2 of them. So we got one on the go and one kind of maturing. And they were selling them for €20, which to me is like, I couldn't even go and buy the wood and make it myself for less than that. So, or even for that money, so delighted with that. So I have to set them up. Problem is, once again, time. And you see here, sorry, I have this all the wrong way around. Here in the garage, things are kind of on hold at the moment. We're waiting for the back room here and the wall right there. That's the kind of the crooked wall of the house. And we need to put a metal support on it. And so Jean-Pierre has a plan. He wants to put the metal support on it, and then he wants to put concrete render inside of it to keep it in place. But we don't seem to be getting around to it. There's always something happens. And until we get the concrete render, we cannot put the stairway to upstairs, which means we can't really store stuff upstairs unless we go up and down a ladder, which is not the safest option and not the easiest thing to do. So that's kind of a bit of a delay at the moment. I'm trying to get as much of this done, get the kitchen cupboard doors done, and then if I could somehow get the table and chairs done fast, that would put us in a position that I can get a little bit of room here and I can bring stuff here just while it waits. But right now, because I can't really use that room, because when it happens, it's going to be a dirty job, so I can't have any stuff in there. But if I could get the table, the chairs, and the cupboard doors, and the composts done, then I could have a bit more room in here, and I could actually bring some boxes here for time being. Also the garage, which is eventually will be my workshop, even though I do most of the work I here at the moment. That's still full of stuff, and now that we're moved in, it's kind of doubled up on that stuff, so it's almost you can get in and out, but it's not ideal to work at all. So I need to set that up properly, so I don't have to work in this space anymore. So which means we can store more stuff here. Yeah, so it's kind of one of those things that's like you have to do one thing to be able to do other thing, to be able to do other thing, to be able to do other thing. So the race is on. But now it's 12 o'clock and I'm going to go and grab some lunch. It's so nice to be here and actually cook your own food. Okay, cupboard doors primed. They're starting to look like a cupboard door, so don't they? There's a few more on the other room there, but oh sure, we'll show it to you. They're here, and there's two more here. So now let them dry, see what they look like. But I'll put another layer of primer underneath it, and then the actual paint color, the final color. But the thing about the final color is it kind of supposed to be pretty good quality, so it might do it, or I might just end up doing 2 layers of the main color, because this is kind of primed well enough that it'll hold on to the paint really well. So that's that. Now onwards and onwards, I have to hang a light in Natalie's office, and I have to hang a one curtain rail, I think, in the living room. So now I've made the decision, get this finished, get them on the wall, then I'll look into the table. The chairs, we already talked about it. We might want to do kind of whitewash and some color wash on them anyway, not have them all the same color. The table itself has to be done properly, so that's going to be the legs of it. It's going to be the tough part of sandblasting. That stuff gets everywhere. It's in my ears, for fuck's sake. And if I get a chance somewhere in between, I would like to get the composts ready to go and outside, so we get a bit more room in this place. But we'll get there. Good morning. It is Saturday morning, and we are settling in little by little. Except her. She's well settled. The only thing is, when the cats move, you have to keep them indoors for like a couple of weeks. Some people say longer, but a couple of weeks is what my friends had experience. It worked fine. So they realize that this is their new home, and they're gonna settle in nicely. So she's gonna have to stay indoors for a little while. We're gonna go and paint the final color on the kitchen doors today. So hopefully we'll get into setting them up in the kitchen soon. That side is to be done. Perfect. So that's the first layer of color, which probably is going to be enough at the back of them right now. Let them dry out properly, and then we twist them around, and then we do the front of them. It's drying very, very fast. It's a windy day as well, so it helps. But I'd say a couple of hours and they'll be done. In the meantime, gonna have a quick coffee, then I'm gonna start building the composts. I am just a tiny bit obsessed about composting, so I'm looking forward to this. Right, just figured out where we're going to put the compost exactly. That looks good. Okay, it's windy, but I'm trying to film this as well as I can. That's the first compost done. That's the second one just going in. They have just the front part here that lifts up, so you get easy access to cut or turn your dirt easier. And then that goes back in. And then there's just two parts going on the top. It's such a simple but functional design. For €20, unbelievable value. Delighted with them. Delighted with them. Come on, ain't that just a sight of beauty? The two composts ready to work. I believe every garden should start with a compost. Okay. Cupboard doors. Some of you might recognize the color. We did a poll on Instagram a few weeks ago now, I think, whether we should do the darker or the lighter color. We're not using the darker one inside the building, in the wall, and the lighter one is on the doors. So we let them dry. Probably would have put another coat on it just for the good measure, even though that paint is actually very good quality. I have to say that it's very impressed with it. It covers really, really well straight away. And yeah. I'll do one more coat, then tomorrow we can hang them up. Whee! Still a bit of chaos, but we're starting to see a floor. And a few paintings going on the walls. And tomorrow we can start installing the cupboard doors, which will be a big step. Then we can start making sense of this chaos. But we'll get there. So that's a wrap for another week. Our first week in the house. My composts. It's been another busy week. A little bit less progress in kind of building wise than I was hoping, but at the same time, we had so much stuff to sort out and so much moving to do. So, yeah. It's been great, though, and it's great to be here. It's great that Chanel is settling in as well. So that's a wrap for this week's vlog. Thanks for watching.
Hey, can you tell when the world turns upside down? Will you be? Help me turn it back around.